At 31, Michael Vick went from the top of the NFL world to a federal prison cell. Yes, you read that right. The man who redefined the quarterback position with electric runs and cannon-like passes was suddenly wearing an orange jumpsuit. But here's what they didn't tell you. What happened behind closed doors was darker, more complex, and far more disturbing than just dogfighting charges. This story isn't just about crimes and punishment. It's about betrayal, greed, childhood scars, and the ugly underbelly of fame and power. So now you're probably wondering, how did the most exciting quarterback in the NFL lose everything so fast? Who was really responsible? And how much of this did the league actually know? Well, we're going to uncover all of it, the truth the media skipped over, the silence the NFL kept, and the life-altering consequences that followed. This is the real story of Michael Vick. Michael Vick was a phenom from the very beginning. Born in Newport News, Virginia, a city better known for crime than quarterbacks, Vick grew up dodging bullets and bad influences. His mother worked multiple jobs. His father, a part-time fisherman, was often absent. In the streets, crime was the language. But Vick spoke football. By high school, he was already a local legend. At Virginia Tech, he was a national sensation. He turned heads in the 1999 season, leading the Hokies to the national championship. And when the Atlanta Falcons made him the first overall pick in the 2001 NFL Draft, he became the first black quarterback to ever be taken number 1. This was historic. Vick's game, unstoppable. He was Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson. He could throw a 60-yard bomb on the run or break ankles with his legs. He sold out stadiums, saved a franchise, and signed a $130 million contract, the richest in NFL history at the time. But here's where the tension begins. While Vick was dominating on the field, there was something brewing off it. Rumors, whispers, allegations. He had surrounded himself with a circle of childhood friends, some loyal, others dangerous. These weren't just boys from the block. Some were career criminals, and one of them was about to set off a chain of events that would end Vick's career. In April 2007, authorities raided a property owned by Vick in rural Virginia. What they found shocked the nation. Evidence of a massive dogfighting operation. Bloodied treadmills, dog carcasses, ropes, chains, a rape stand. The name of the operation? Bad Newz Kennels. It was grotesque. Dozens of pit bulls bred and trained to kill. Losers were executed, shot, hanged, drowned, electrocuted. And here's the twist. Vick wasn't just financing this. He was allegedly deeply involved. He bet on fights. He personally killed dogs. He was the face behind the brutality. The fallout was instant. Animal rights activists were outraged. Nike dropped him. The NFL suspended him indefinitely. Fans were torn. The Falcons tried to recover millions from his bonus. Sponsors vanished. But while the media focused on the gruesome details, they overlooked the deeper questions. How did this happen? Why did no one intervene sooner? Vick had always traveled with an entourage. Many of them lived off his fame, using his money, partying under his name. Several of them were the same people running Bad Newz Kennels. And while Vick had power, he didn't have control. Loyalty clouded judgment. Pride silenced doubts. Eventually, when the feds turned up the heat, his closest friends flipped on him. They testified. They saved themselves. And Vick? He took the fall. In August 2007, Michael Vick pleaded guilty to federal dogfighting charges. He was sentenced to 23 months in prison. From the NFL's most exciting star to inmate number 33,765-183. He lost everything: his freedom, his fortune, his reputation. But something surprising happened. In prison, Vick changed. Not just on paper, but it seems in reality. He read, he reflected. He worked minimum wage jobs. He met with psychologists. And most notably, he began working with the Humane Society after his release. Was it all PR? Maybe. But here's what makes the story even more complex. When Vick got out, the NFL welcomed him back. The Philadelphia Eagles took a chance. He served as a backup, but soon found himself back in the spotlight. And in 2010, he had one of the greatest comeback seasons in NFL history. earning the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. But the shadow of Bad Newz Kennels never left. Every touchdown was met with backlash. Every endorsement sparked outrage. For many, Vick's name became synonymous with cruelty. And yet, for others, he became a symbol of second chances. Here's the part no one likes to talk about. Michael Vick wasn't a monster, but he was a man who grew up in a system that failed him, surrounded by a culture that normalized violence. Dogfighting wasn't new in his community. It was entertainment, tradition, identity. Does that excuse it? Absolutely not. But we must ask, what happens when fame and fortune fall into the hands of someone never taught how to handle it? When loyalty becomes blindness? When the league profits off your talent but turns silent when you stumble? The real story is worse because it's not just about what Vick did. It's about what everyone around him allowed to happen and what society ignored until it was too late. His fall wasn't sudden. It was slow, systemic, and tragically predictable. Michael Vick paid the price. He served his time. He tried to make amends. Whether you believe in his redemption or not is up to you. But let this story remind us, greatness doesn't shield anyone from consequences, and silence is never innocent. If this story moved you, drop a comment and let us know your take on Vick's journey. Was justice served, or was Vick made into the NFL's scapegoat? Subscribe to NFL Unwritten for more stories they never wanted you to hear.